Hey, this is Jeff, and welcome back to another edition of the CyberCoach Internet Catapult inside the Make Money Masterclass series in the MasterCoach Council. Today, we're going to cover how to make money as an online coach, even if you're an internet dummy. Even if you're an internet dummy. Now, first of all, I want you to meet the dummy. Now, I hate to call myself a dummy, but in this way I think it's actually helpful because I want to just admit something, which is that when it comes to the internet, I'm not really that sharp. I'm not really technically minded. I'm very much more interested in other things other than spending all day trying to work out the technology of the internet. I do understand people, and I'm decent on the sales side, but I've never been a really amazing genius marketer either. And it's not because necessarily I can't really do business on the internet and I don't know what I'm doing, or even that I couldn't be kind of a genius level internet marketer. It's just that's not what I'm interested in. I don't want to spend my life online. And so when I say I'm kind of the alleged dummy, as it says here, I don't really mean I'm dumb. And the question you probably are going to ask then is, then what is an internet dummy specifically? We're not talking about a dummy here, we're talking about an internet dummy. What is the definition there? Well, I'll give you some ideas. First of all, usually an internet dummy is a genius in another area. They're really good at something. They understand an area, like for instance, for me, it's coaching and coaching technology. For you, it might be weight loss or health or making money, or some other area, right? So your chances are you're a genius in another area if you're an internet dummy, actually. So in a way, it's a good thing. Second, you're probably just not interested in e-commerce, or you're just unfamiliar with it. It's not that you couldn't be interested in it. A lot of times when somebody says, well, I'm not interested in marketing on the internet, I don't want to do that internet marketing stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. I just don't want to do that. It doesn't mean that they're not interested. Many times it just means that they don't really get it, or they don't understand how it really works, or it's kind of just foreign to them and they just haven't made any money on the internet, so they don't have an interest yet in doing any kind of e-commerce. Many times an internet dummy is somebody who's more people-oriented. They're not into computers, they're into people. Or they want to avoid sitting at the computer all day. I mean, this is basically me in a lot of ways. Or they know they need to do business on the internet, know they need to get into the e-commerce side of things, but they're procrastinating. They're just putting it off. They're saying, well, I'm not ready yet. At some point in the future I'm going to be ready. Maybe next year, maybe next month. It's something like that. They're procrastinating. So what is an online coach? If we talked about the one side of it, the internet dummy side, the person that's not doing business on the internet, or the coach that's not doing business on the internet, what is an online coach then? What is somebody who has gotten through the internet dummy phase? Well, an online coach is a coach that just uses the internet rather than lives on the internet. They don't live there, they just use it. They're using it as a tool. A coach that gets leads from an online source. And what I mean by that is that they're not necessarily always doing business on the internet. They might just be using the internet to help generate more interest in what they do, to help get more people to talk to, literally. Or a coach that just gives more to their clients by using the internet. In other words, they're able to actually add more value to their clients. They're able to coach them better. They're able to make a bigger difference in their lives in so many more ways. How? Just because they're using the internet as a tool for delivery of really great, valuable stuff. So why bother? Now that we talk about what an online coach is, why bother being an online coach? Well, first, you can communicate with more people in deeper ways using the internet to dialogue. A lot of coaches don't get this. They're thinking, well, the internet's like a big megaphone. I don't want to just talk at people. I don't want to just broadcast information out there. I'm a coach. I'm all about dialogue. I'm all about having an inquiry. I'm all about Socratic questioning and Socratic talking and dialogue. I want to connect with people, not disconnect myself from them. And there's so much talk in this day and age about how the internet is disconnecting us, how it's totally disconnected. Well, the fact is, it's not. The reason why you want to actually be an online coach is because you can actually increase your communication. You can increase the value of the communication, and you can literally create a dialogue with people. You can make it a two-way street on the internet now. Now, by the way, to be fair, a couple years ago, this wasn't the case. 2-3 years ago, there wasn't as much dialogue happening. There wasn't as much connection happening on the internet. Well, all that's changed, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about how. Another reason is the coaching business is hard enough without schlepping around town or on the phone chasing customers. Because if you're not working on the internet, chances are that's what you're doing. You're going to the Chamber of Commerce mixer and you're pressing the palms, you're shaking hands with everybody, you're chasing people down on the phone. You're being proactive. There's nothing wrong with proactivity. It's just that if that's your entire life is chasing after people, trying to convince them that what you got is valuable, that's hard. Or let's put it this way, it makes the coaching business even harder. The coaching business is a hard business. You got to really step up and take care of people in a lot of really advanced ways. You got to have some skills. So if you're going to have challenges from a coaching level anyway, you don't want to make the business part challenging either. Let's try to make it as easy as possible on ourselves as coaches. And finally, the internet is the ultimate low overhead way to market and deliver value to your clients. It is low overhead. What do I mean by low overhead? I mean it's cheap. It just doesn't cost much money. And with the way the economy is shifting, anything that costs serious dough nowadays is something to avoid. Anything that is really cheap and easy to scale your business up without having to pour a bunch of cash into it, that's the kind of opportunity I want to look for and I want to find. And the internet is that opportunity. The internet makes everything that you do in terms of communicating, marketing, selling, and coaching your clients cheaper, easier, and to be able to deliver more to more people in more ways without adding expenses than you ever dreamed possible. That's why to be an online coach. So I hope I convinced you a little bit that if you're not online, you need to get online. Now I'm going to share the 3 keys to making money as an online coach. First key is get more customers. I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a key. You got to have more customers online, or else you probably are not going to make money online. You have to have more people that you're working with. Second is you got to make more money per sale. You got to be able to make sure that, okay, if I got more customers now, every time they buy, they're actually spending more with me. That'll help you make more money or make money as an online coach. And then finally, you got to get each customer to buy more often. If they are spending more per sale and you got more customers, that's great. Now you're going to increase your income and make more money as an online coach right there. But if you really want to make money as an online coach, you got to get your customers to come back for more time and time again. I'm going to show you how to do that during this conversation. So let's talk first about getting more customers.
Okay, let's take a break here. I'd like to invite you to go to coachestrainingblog.com, and once you put in your name and email address, you'll be taken to the blog where you can watch the rest of this video. And if you're interested in growing your coaching business and learning the specific plans on how I grew my business to over $30,000 a month, I know you'll want to watch the other free videos. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of other techniques we use beyond this one, and the other videos contain some of the higher level principles that will allow you to impact globally as a highly paid coach. You'll also be notified as I post new additions to our free digital video training library, along with case studies of coaches who went through our coaches training no more than a year ago and are now making $128,000 per year and beyond using our coaching quick start system. So again, simply go to coachestrainingblog.com and opt in to see the conclusion of this video. I'll talk to you again soon.
Please share this with others or even rate this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please share any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.